go. Y'all are manga. How often, like manga versus anime, y'all jump straight into that? Like when it's like the manga, y'all prefer to watch the manga? I mean, read the manga. Damn, prefer to read the manga. Can't watch the shit or read the manga. Anime.
It's hard.
Versus the anime.
I read so much manga that I always catch the manga first now at this point. There's very few times that like you used to be able to like, all right, damn, this anime's dope. Let me go watch it. But now I'm like, I've already read like whatever's out of the manga, and then I find that they're getting the anime. So then I'm like, all right, let me just, if it's something I really want to watch, I'll stop the manga because I don't want to be spoiled, and then I'll just wait for the anime to come out. But a lot of times I've already read it. Shit. Manga first.
Manga first.
Yeah, I mean, it's because manga is so easily to, you know, just pick up and read a chapter or whatever, just like of a new series that starts. Like I believe the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You got an anime adaptation this season, but I remember catching a read of that like a year ago or something like that. So like I definitely read the manga first, and then anime adaptations now at this point are just chasing me. I feel like, because every time I'm reading something, I'm like, guess what? It's getting anime adaptation. I'm like, oh dang it! I just got this.
Right.
Shoot. So I would have to. Sometimes I retreat and watch the anime. Sometimes it depends. If I never got a chance to read the manga yet, and I know there's an anime adaptation coming out, then I won't read the manga. I'll just wait for the anime.
Right.
But in more times than not, I have read more manga. Of upcoming anime than I've ever gotten close to anime. Yeah.
Does it detract y'all from reading a manga if you know, like, one, how long it's going to be? Like, for example, Ultraman last book came out April. I think the next one's coming out in like January. And you're talking about like that's an 8-month. Makes me don't even want to read it. But I know how different it is from the manga to the anime. That's the only thing that keeps me going. Like, how frustrating is it for y'all when y'all sit back and be like, yo, this did not happen in the manga, or so I want to watch the anime?
So it depends on how far the manga is. So like if I'm reading a manga and it's only 5 chapters in, right, I'll give it a read regardless, because like I'm not wasting that much time or whatever. If I start a manga and it's like 120, 200 chapters in, right, but there's an anime adaptation going on right now, then I would probably just go read that. But if it's a manga that there's no certainty of an anime adaptation and it just started and it's like a romance manga, it actually gets kind of tough to want to dedicate your time to it, because you know, like, oh, okay, this is going to run for at least 2 years, right? Depending on the setting or whatnot, right? If it's a shonen, you know it's going to try to run for at least 10, right? But if you're like in a romance manga and it's already at 130 chapters and you just got wind that's going to be ending soon, bet I'm going to sit down and just read the whole thing. I'm not even going to watch anime. I'll just read the whole thing, because I was like, all right, at least I know there's a conclusion.
That's what 86, dog. I don't know when book 12 is coming out. Like it might be a year and a half from now. But I like the anime so much. I watch the anime, but I don't know if it gets another season. So I'm kind of in this dilemma, like, where there's nothing for me to read. Now there's nothing for me to watch. So I just have to sit here and like twiddle my thumbs, hoping for.
Do y'all find yourselves like kind of like, man, I have to read, or I have to do both? Because like I said, with Ultraman, the manga is so different. Like if you sit back and watch the anime on Netflix, you're like, okay, that's dope. All right, I see how Taro, who's Ultraman Kataro, how he got his powers in the anime. That's okay. Then you're like, let me go read the manga, and it's completely different. It's day and night. Like in the manga, it was just like that. I know I said it before. I don't know if y'all seen that movie on Netflix with Jamie Foxx with the I think it's like the fire. It's something like that. So basically, like it was this drug that was going around, and people were taking them, and it would explode. That happened in the movie with Jamie Foxx. People will eat this.
Yeah.
Right.
With MGK,
That's what happened in the manga for Ultraman. The dude, they was going around investigating. Him and his friends him and his boy was a freelance photographer, and they were investigating this drug that was going around, and people were eating it, but they would blow up and nobody would know what was going on. And his friend wound up getting killed because of it, and he was there, and he got hit with the explosion, and he winds up having Ultraman Taro powers. So that's completely different from the anime. So do y'all get to a point where it's like, damn, start questioning the anime or start questioning. I want to see how the anime adaptation, because I don't think outside of, and I've only seen one episode of Bungo Stray Dogs that was almost identical to the first chapter. That was the one I was verbatim, where even down to the words, I was like, okay, I could probably watch this without reading the rest of the, or going through and picking up the rest of the manga. So how often does that happen for y'all?
Well, I'm a religious reader of Goblin Slayer. I effing love Goblin Slayer. It's one of my favorite series.
Sounds like a tattoo.
So yeah,
Goblin Slayer's wild, bro.
Yeah. I watched the anime and the manga, and both have followed the manga. The anime adaptation is pretty much very, very faithful to the manga. They don't try to switch anything up really all that much. But I'm in the same limbo. I think CD's in, where there's the new book's not out yet, and the anime is about to drop but not out yet. So everybody's kind of just waiting for that to happen. I think shoot, I more times than not, when I read a manga, if the anime follows it straight, I do not care. I'm completely fine with anime changing whatever they want, as long as it doesn't stray too far from the general message it's trying to make. Except for like maybe if I was reading Rurouni Kenshin, like Rurouni Kenshin and the live action, the anime. There's been so many adaptations of Rurouni Kenshin now. Rurouni Kenshin that it's like
Samurai X, right? Like that's Samurai X.
Yeah.
So is Samurai X and Rurouni Kenshin, I know they're the same character, but are those two different mangas, two different story arcs, or just like a retelling of one? Or?
Thinking of Samurai X is like the prequel.
Like Samurai X is the prequel. Yeah.
Okay.
Rurouni Kenshin is the
main line. The main line.
Yeah, Rurouni Kenshin goes into the main character. His name is Kenshin, but they call him Batosai, the Manslayer. And Samurai X is going through the whole saga, how he got that name, what's going on.
Because I remember from the anime, he had like the reverse blade, so he doesn't kill anybody. Like when he hits him, right, everything is like blunt hit, like trauma to him. Yeah. So so you're like, you'll just keep reading. You don't worry about like it being different, the anime versus the manga.
Personally, no. I'm not aficionado about that. CD,
and it's different because some of them have like some animes are based on light novels, so that's all visual. So they kind of have to like add some stuff. Versus some animes that come from manga, and then some animes that come from light novels. So I don't mind the differentiating between the two. I've been trying to get more into anime lately. Just it's hard just because I can pick up my phone and scroll through 50 chapters in the same amount of time that I'm going to read. I'm going to sit down and watch an hour of anime.
How often do you let the chapters build up on the like digitally? Because I think I'm on like chapter. I haven't opened the Shonen Jump app to get caught up on Kaiju number 8. But I know it's probably like at least 20. I haven't probably since April the last time I read Kaiju number 8.
Bro, it all depends on how organized your bookmarks are. CD, do you have like a bajillion bookmarks saved on your computer? Yeah. Man, there's so many. It gets to the point now where it's whatever I can remember to check on at that point. So
sometimes I won't even look the update. Like I'll be like, all right, I'm 50 pages in, and then something will refresh. I'm like, oh damn, I haven't read this in 6 months. There's 15 new chapters. Smash through this, and then it'll disappear again for another 6 months.
That's
I haven't read it. Like I'm in with you, Coop. I haven't opened the Shonen Jump app in I don't know how long. And like I'm sure there's probably 15, 16 chapters of Kaiju I haven't read, or One Punch Man I haven't read.
And that's how I am with Dragon Ball Super. Like last thing I read with Dragon Ball Super was supposed to be like the start of the Broly arc, which goes into last thing I read on Super was how they caught old boy, if y'all watched the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, how Dr. Hedo, the Dr. Gero's grandson, how he got to jail. They show like Trunks and Goten chasing after. There's like somebody stealing corpses outside and stealing the bodies, making them zombies. So they found them, and that's Goten and Trunks is what made Dr. Hedo in that movie go to jail. So that's like the last thing I read. I need to go back and read.
I'm actively reading like fucking like 200 mangas at once though. Actively, like I check, refresh the manga app like I check it probably like 3 times a day, morning, midday, night. I just refresh. I don't know when they come out. Something might be on hold for 6 months, and then like they might like somebody might pick it up and translate it. And like, damn, I've been looking forward to reading this for I don't know how long.
You know what I've been doing now recently is I've just been going on like Yin Press, which is the publishing company, Yin Press, Seven Seed Publishing, Kodokawa, anything like that, and just seeing what's getting an English adaptation, and then just going out and finding out what they are on like on the, you know, the freemium sites, and I just read those, and just that's how I keep track of shit now.
But we got to support our people, the mangakas and the people who are artists, because I read a lot of series that like it'll be like chapter 20, then I get a time skip and I know the shit's canceled. Like it'll be like a whole story up to chapter 22, and then chapter 23 is a time skip 15 years later, and I'm like, all right, this shit's done in the next 2 years. It's because we're pirating so much, they're not even making the money off of it. So please remember to buy manga, support the artists, even though
about to say if they had made it so, and this is where I get a gripe when it comes to the US, is that if they make it as convenient as possible, then we will. The problem is that when you're trying to get something that's overseas all the way over here and then publish it gets more expensive, it's more difficult, and people don't like waiting. So I mean, the things like the Shonen Jump app are, you know, pretty much going to be the way that we're going to have to guide it, where every other company over there, every other publishing company is going to have to now make their own app, have their own stuff on there, and even then they may not bring in the dollars, because I mean, like what they so it's printed on newsprint, so think about how much it costs for you to buy a manga in the United States compared to a comic book in the United States, right? A comic book has 8, 9, 10 pages for $3, while you can get like, what is it, over like sometimes 60 pages, 50 pages in a manga,
4 chapters or something,
4 chapters, right, for $13. So at a net rate, you are actually, it is more profitable to buy manga than it is comic books. But the amount of money they're getting on the back end of it, because they have to pay for shipping and everything like that, is almost nothing. So it's definitely support your mangas, but I mean, you know, read it the way you can, spread the word of good manga that you like, because the thing that's going to make them a lot more money is notoriety and publicity. That's going to encourage them to keep on making.
Anything y'all on the horizons y'all want to dab into when it comes to manga versus like the anime? Like, I want to, again, y'all know me. Yes, I know I'm an issue when it comes to watching anime and reading manga as well. Austin, I don't need it.
It's all right. I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna. that shit was passed.
But no, I think next year I want to try to I think I want to watch it if there is, and this goes perfect in the next segment. If there is a sub or a dub version of it, I want to watch Berserk. Berserk looks crazy.
Which version of Berserk? So they're on Netflix. There's Berserk that's dubbed. There is the original 1990 something Berserk that's dubbed too. Both graphic, both nuts. So I mean,
I want to watch that and be able to and not read it, because I've seen the omnibuses for that shit. That shit is they're thick. There's
dictionaries.
There's multiple. There's multiple ones. So
if you thought Tolkien had a large group of books you have to read for lore, ain't nothing. Berserk is.
I just need Gundam to come out with it, man, because it seems like the more Gundam, the lore of Gundam is in the manga, it doesn't even touch the anime. Like the whole, I really want to read Unicorn and watch Full Frontal take these Sanaju and the Kasatsu.
Did you get a chance to read the Johnny Ridden one?
No, I didn't. I know you sent it to me. I got it.
Yeah, and that kind of talks about like lore of Gundam suits, like suits that you wouldn't necessarily see like in an anime. Like I forgot what, like the full armor Gelgoog and like the full armor DJ, like stuff you wouldn't necessarily see, but like, and they kind of give you like a full description of it too. So I kind of like stuff like that. But I'm looking forward just to reading more stuff, watching more anime. I want to get back to watching more anime. Like back in the day, like I said, there would be 18 shows that come out, bad or good. I'm watching 16 of them now. I might get 3 shows max, 2 shows. So watching more anime. Setting some time aside for that.
Austin,
Austin?
What you got in 2024? Watch more, read more.
I used to read manga like almost, it was inescapable. Like if there was ever literally a down moment where I was breathing and not doing anything else, like I would be reading manga. So I did tell myself I wanted to watch more anime, but truth be told, I have. I've accomplished that goal. I've been watching more anime, and all it's making me do is want to read more manga. So I think for next year, I'm just going to go back to reading more manga. I think my goal is going to be try to finish a lot of the series that I started. So yeah,
that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
This is
the holdover. Until next time, people. Peace.
Read more manga, please. Talk to me.
Buy more manga. Buy more manga.
Buy more manga. Buy more manga.
Buy
Yes.
more manga.